Hello, dear learners. I'm Professor M. Masum Raza from Department of Library Information Science, AMU Aligarh. So, in the previous lecture, I told you about the two-card system and especially brown charging and discharging system. So, we have seen very comprehensively what all are the requirements of the brown system, and we have seen how the charging is done and how the discharging is done. So, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of the Brown system? We have seen certain drawbacks are there in the Brown system, but uh, whatever the drawbacks may be, the advantage is quite good, as it has the capacity to issue about 300 books in an hour. So that was the biggest challenge, uh, to do it in the shortest possible time. But along with the speed or along with this process of issue and return, the major drawback is, so if the staff is not vigilant, there can be a big chaos. Number two, the reader's ticket can be misused, book cards can be misused, filing there can be error in filings, or you can say uh, this system is liable to uh, all sorts of manipulation if the staff is not vigilant, or your reader, they are students and they can also commit some kind of mischief. So that way it is little risky to use in the academic setup. But anyway, because if the staff is vigilant, you can always use it. There is always strictness, there is always penalty for that, and if you implement it properly, then well and good. And in some of the institutions, the Brown system has been implemented with some modifications also, and those modifications have been accepted, and they have been rectified, and they are using the improvised or the modified version of Brown systems. So, capable enough, most economical, most efficient, and if the little loopholes can be done away with, little modification, so that is the best option. So, in further moment, one more system we will be discussing today, and we'll be discussing, that is Newark charging system, as you can see. So, what this system is, and how it eliminates some of the drawbacks of the Brown system, that also we will see here. And this is the better version of Brown system, but it is not as efficient as Brown system. Let me tell you, this system will have certain advantages over the Brown system. But as I told you, the Brown system was capable of issuing about 300 books in an hour. The system is not as efficient as that. So let's see what this system is. So I'll be explaining the New York system, and where I'll explain the key features of this New York system and what are the requirements for books, borrowers, and the counter staff in the New York system. And then definitely we will discuss the charging and discharging process in New York system. And the last of all, we'll be discussing the advantages and disadvantages of New York system. So what this New York system is? This New York charging system was introduced at the Public Library of New York in New Jersey in 1900 under the leadership of John Cotton Dana. It represents a significant innovation in the library circulation methods. The system has had a notable influence on the library practices, including in India, where many college libraries have adopted it, often with some adaptations, some modifications to suit the local needs. So, what are the key features of the New York system that we will see here? Um, this emphasizes on time record, means unlike the traditional systems that focuses primarily on book records, the New York system prioritizes the time records associated with the book borrowing and returning. This means that the system is designed to efficiently track when books are checked out and returned, allowing for effective management of borrowing periods and overdue fines. Next feature is that Subordinate book records. Subordinated book records means that while the Newark system maintains the book records, these are placed in a subordinate position compared to the time records. This hierarchical arrangement ensures that the most critical information regarding borrowing activity is readily accessible and easily managed by the library staff. Then efficiency and streamlining is also one of the advantage here. So by emphasizing the time record and streamlining book records, the New York charging system aims to enhance the efficiency of library operations. And this allows for faster processing of borrowing transactions, improved accuracy in tracking borrowed materials, and more effective management of library resources. Another key feature here is adaptation and modification. While the Newark system serves as a foundational framework for library circulation practices, it is often adapted and modified to suit the specific needs and contexts of individual libraries. This flexibility allows libraries, including those in India, to tailor the system to the unique requirements while still benefiting from its core principles. The way we discuss the Brown system, here also the requirement is same. We have a due date slip, we have a book pocket, and we have a book card. I told you last time also the whole preparation is done by the technical section or the processing section. So the format of the due date slip and the book card is same. Means you have the information about the accession number, you have information about the call number, you have information about the title, you have information about the author. All that information remains the same. So idea is same. Filing is done in a similar order. Only few of the drawbacks we are going to eliminate. So again the process is same. The book card, because again this is a two card system only. Only the problem associated with the Brown system was that your library membership card, or you can say your identity card and your reader's ticket, they were two separate entities. So what used to be the general problem is when the user is coming with the library identity card or membership card, but most of the time misses the reader's ticket, or he or she uh, either forgets to bring the reader's ticket along with the library membership card. So sometimes the reader is having the library membership card but not the reader's ticket. So that used to be one of the biggest drawback of Brown system. So this was eliminated in the New York system. So regarding the due date slip, uh, things remains the same. It is a simple slip of paper, dimension 5 inches into 3 inches, and that is affixed or pasted on the flyleaf of the book, and same is used for simply uh, embossing the due dates. That's all. And then you have the book pocket. I told you this is made up of slight sturdy material, uh, paper or the cardstock, and it is affixed or pasted onto the inner backside of the front or back cardboard cover of a book. And the primary purpose of the book pocket is to uh, securely hold the library's record keeping item known as a book card. So the book pocket has a specific dimension. So um, it can be 5 inches into 3 inches to accommodate the standardized size of the book card. We have the book card, and the book card are typically made up of a durable material such as manila to withstand frequent handling and circulation. The book cards are standardized in size for consistency and compatibility with book pockets. The typical size is mentioned 4 inch into 2 inches, because the book card has to be little smaller than the book pocket. If the book pocket is 5 inches into 3 inches, the book card has to be 4 inches into 2 inches, ensuring that it fits uh, clearly or neatly within the book pocket. So book cards typically include key details about the book, such as title, author, unique identifiers such as ISBN or accession number. So these are the requirements, and these are completely done in the technical section or the processing section. So these are some of the specimen you can see of the due date slip, where call number and accession number is given. You can see the call number is on the left hand side and accession number is on the right hand side. Then name of the library is there, and then the details of the book, means the title and author is given, and then you have the columns to just emboss the due date stamps. So this is a specimen of the due date slip. And this you can see the specimen of the book pocket, where you have an open flap. That flap is to be opened, and then the book card is to be inserted in the book pocket. So here again the name of the library is there, and the brief written rules of the library. 4 or 5 important rules. Means the book should not be mutilated, and if the book is not returned by the due date, what will be the penalty? All those things are written here. So those basic 3, 4, 5, because all the rules cannot be written here. So only the basic rules, which uh, is important for the pattern, that is to be just listed here. This is a specimen of the book pocket, and then you can see the specimen of the book card here. So the specimen of the book card, you can see the format of the book card and the book pocket is same. So here again the name of the library, call number, section number, author, title, all this information you are having, and then you have the columns, and these columns are meant for embossing the due dates. So the format is similar because of the same reason as I told you before. The reason is very simple, that because ultimately all the book cards have to be filed in the charging tray behind due date guide cards. So whenever these cards have to be retrieved, so the first impression will be first the person the library counter. So any person library staff at the circulation counter will cross check the either the call number or the accession number from the due date slip, and then only the library staff will attempt to retrieve the book card, which is filed behind the due date guide card. So when the library staff is trying to retrieve the book card, at least he or she is supposed to remember the call number or the accession number. Or even if the library staff carries that due date slip along with along with the book, if the library staff is carrying, then at least what can be tallied is the call number or the accession number. And the moment the call number or the accession number matches, then simply the job is to pull out that book card. And the moment you pull out the book card, you just cross check it, the details of the book card and the book is same. You insert the book card in the book pocket, and you just see if it is returned on the same date, then well and good. If it is not being returned on the same day, if it is overdue, then you calculate the fine, charge that fine from the reader, and then the reader's ticket is free. That reader's ticket is to be given back to the then you can see the format of the borrower's card. And you can see the format of the borrower's card or the I-card. The borrower's card here, you can see this gives the information of the reader. And the beauty of this borrower's card is, which normally we used to miss in the Brown system, the beauty of the borrower's card is that you have the information of the reader, and the complete log, means the transactions of the book. Means you have a certain columns where you have to enter the call number, you have to enter the call number of the document, and when it is going to be issued and when it is going to be returned, that at least the log details are there. So this is just similar to the bank passbook system you must have seen, where the moment whatever you are depositing money or you are withdrawing the money, so at least all the details is there in the passbook. And in the beginning you must have seen the photograph and the identity, your address, everything is there. So the format of the this borrower's ticket come your reader's ticket, if you have to club these two things. Earlier the problem was in the Brown system was that these two things were separate. Your identity card was separate and your reader's ticket was separate. So whenever you have to go for the issue or return, so you have to produce the reader's ticket. If especially for the issue, you need to have a reader's ticket. Even if you have the I-card or you have the library membership card and you don't have the reader's ticket, so the issue was not feasible in any case. So now this drawback has been eliminated in the Newark system. And how this drawback has been eliminated is, now you have a library card, you can say identity card come library card. So when you have these two things together, means you have your identity also and you have your library membership card also together. So at least all the transaction, the complete record keeping can be there. Number two, verifying the identity, and then maintaining the record of the transactions. So all this can be done in the same card. So that was the beauty of this borrower's card. And this was a critical component of the library membership and the pattern identification system. Upon registering as a library member, each pattern was provided with the borrower's card. And in some libraries, especially those with more advanced or integrated systems, a membership cum identity card was issued. So this was the beauty of the Newark system, that these two have been integrated now. In the Brown system, in the earlier system, we have seen these two were not integrated, so leading to a lot of hassles, leading to a lot of chaos. Means one, because whenever the user comes to the circulation counter, the library staff was supposed to check the identity card first and then again recheck the reader's ticket, and then again they have to verify that the reader's ticket and the identity card, they belong to the same user. So that was the biggest drawback which the Brown system was having, and most of the time the user used to miss it. So now at least that drawback has been eliminated here. The two has been clubbed together, and whenever the user will come to the library, he's carrying at least both the things. He's having the identity card as well as the library membership card also. So there is no question of having one, missing one. So that at least that drawback has been eliminated here. And you can see the specimen of the borrower's card here. So it gives the complete details of the borrower, and then you have all the logs. Means it gives you your photograph, address, name, and affiliation, attestation. Everything is there on the front page, and then from the next page onwards, you have the call number of the document. Bare minimum, at least call number will do. You have to enter the call number of the document, and then you are supposed to date of issue. That will be embossed here. The date of issue and date of return stamp will be there, and then definitely the remark column will be there. So date of issue and date of return, that embossing is required here. So this is the format of the borrower's card. So when two things, as I told you, when the two things are clubbed, means your membership cum identity card is clubbed. So you can see this information on the first page. You have the name of the library, and then you have the photograph of the borrower, and all those details are on the first page. And from the subsequent pages, what you will find is the transaction. The call number will be there, and then the date of issue, date of return, and the remark column will be there. So whenever the user will come here, the charging will be a little different. Embossing will be at 3 places now. Embossing of the due date will be at 3 places, not at the 2 places. So this is a format of the membership card come identity card. Little different from the Brown system, and you have to. This is not a very mechanical kind of system. Here you have to enter the call number, especially in the logbook. So how basically the charging and discharging goes. Let me explain the charging process here. So charging means issue of the document, and how the issue process is taken up means the user, as usual, as in the Brown system, the user will go to the catalog, public catalog, find out the call number, go to the shelf area, and from the shelf area, the user is supposed to ascertain with the help of the shelf list. Just approach the shelf list, try to ascertain the availability and location of the document, and once the availability location is confirmed, then you take out the document, just approach the circulation desk. The moment you approach the circulation desk, what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to hand over your identity cum library membership card. This is why I'm saying these two things are together now. There's no question of disintegration here. It means in earlier system, in the Brown system, as I told you, first verifying the identity and then verifying the reader's ticket. The both should belong to the same person. So that was a big chaos. Here, whenever the user is trying to surrender the identity card, it is your identity card as well as library membership card also. So here you don't have to do anything. Document is ready, book card is ready, book pocket is ready, due date slip is ready. What one is supposed to do is you have to enter manually you have to enter the call number. Either the user can enter or the library staff sitting at the counter can enter. Just suppose if a user wants 2 documents, 3 documents, you ensure it, enter the call number. In a serial order, you enter the call number, and against each document, whatever the due date is, you emboss the due date. And then you emboss second due date on the due date slip, and the due date slip is pasted in the document, and that document can be handed over to the user. And third, I told you, third due date will be embossed on the book card. The book card is to be removed from the book pocket. One due date stamp will be on the book card, second will be on the due date slip, and third will be in your membership cum identity card. So here third is stamping will be there. So the user is having two records with him. One is the user can verify from the this membership come identity card which books are due. You can just match the call number, you can find out which book is due. And if you are getting issued on the same time, so all the books will be due. Just suppose if you are getting 2 3 documents issued in one go, so all the books will be due at the same time. But if you are not getting it issued in one time, you are getting the 3 documents issued in 3 different periods, 3 different timings are there, so definitely the maturity date will be different. So accordingly you have to return the documents. So due date is embossed on this membership come identity card also. If the system is not very efficient, in that case the person sitting at the counter is not very vigilant, so in that case that this whole system can be misused. Just suppose the person sitting at the counter doesn't check the identity card, and without checking the identity card, if simply on the basis of reader's ticket, if some document has been issued, so ultimately it will lead to a chaotic situation, because the reader's ticket belonged to somebody else. And finally what has happened is that user might have missed it, slipped it, lost it. And the moment if the reader has lost it, so it was picked up by some other user, and some other user got xyz document issued in his or her name, and the whole penalty comes to the actual reader. So this was also one of the drawback of the Brown system. So this is how the document is issued in case of Newark system. And for returning, again the process used to be similar to that. You come with the document, and ultimately the process, again I told you, so embossing those due dates, one on the membership come identity card, second on the due date slip, third on the book card. And ultimately these book cards will be, now there is no reader's ticket now, so the book card, what is along with the due date, your membership number can be written. Your membership number can be written, so that at any point of time, if somebody wants to get the details of the reader, through membership number one can find out the details of the reader. And the plain book card along with the membership written along with the due date, that has to be filed behind the due date guide card in the charging tray. That was earlier also the process was same, now also process is same, but only difference is in case of Brown system, the book card was inserted in the reader's ticket, because the reader's ticket was in the pocket shape, and these two in juxtaposition was filed in the charging tray behind due date guide card. But in this case now, how the things have changed, because now the library card is not in the pocket form, it is just like a passbook. So all the transactions and all the logs are recorded on it, and ultimately the user will carry that library membership card now. And library, for their record, what the library can do is they have the book card. When they are embossing the due date, just along with the due date, what they can do is they can write the membership number, and along with these two, they can file it in the charging tray behind due date guide card. So document is considered to be issued or charged, and the document can be given to the reader. For discharging, means for returning, the process, again you have to go by the same process. User or the reader will come to the circulation counter, hand over the document. The library staff will open the due date slip, confirm the due date from the due date slip, and with the help of the due date slip, again the library staff will approach the charging tray, just find out the due date guide card, and behind the due date guide card, the library staff is supposed to take out the same book card, bearing the same call number, bearing the same accession number. When you pull out the book card, but this time there is no question of reader's ticket. Only what can be done is the user is coming with that membership come iCard, so the date of return can be embossed. The due date was embossed and the date of return can be embossed. If there is difference in the date of return, then the fine will be charged, overdue will be calculated, fine will be charged, and the reader is supposed to pay in the conscience box. And if nothing is here, so in that case it will be returned, the dates will be same, the book will be returned, and the your membership card come identity card will be returned to the user, because ultimately the user was having it. Only one stamping is the book has been finally been returned, and the book card which has been collected from the charging tray, that book card will be inserted in the book pocket, and then the document by the process it will go back to the shelf. So this is how the book is discharged in the Newark system. So if we analyze both these systems, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of the system? So the advantage, as I told you, is as simple as that this system at least maintains record. Even the library is also maintaining the record and the user is also maintaining the record. In the earlier system, nobody was maintaining the record. Means only with the help of the due date slip or maybe from the book pocket, just means you counting the embossing of the due dates means you can ascertain it that this document has been issued for so many times. And if you find the book card also it has been embossed with the due dates, so at least you can one can ascertain that okay, this document has been used for so many times. And especially if you ask a reader doesn't have anything, because every time what was happening was you take out the book card, insert in the reader's ticket, file it in the charging tray, and ultimately fine will, if it is overdue, fine will be calculated, the reader will deposit the fine, and the book card will be taken out from the reader's ticket, it will be filed in the, again it will be dropped in the book pocket, and the reader's ticket will be free, that will be given to the reader. So reader doesn't maintain any record, he is not having any record of how many books he or she has read for the whole in the whole session or the whole year. So that was a big drawback of this system. And I told you there are other drawbacks also. If staff is not vigilant, the whole system can be misused. Whole system can be misused means a wrong book can be issued. If the person is not vigilant enough, you don't check the book card belongs to the same book, wrong document can be issued. If somebody has is not able to show the proper reader's ticket, if the library staff is not vigilant and they are not checking the I card and not checking the reader's ticket properly, so XYZ can get the document issued in the name of somebody else. So this whole system was liable for misuse. So at least all those drawbacks have been eliminated here. So here at least you have a proper membership card, and the membership card also reveals your identity also. It gives your complete identity, who you are, what your address is, what your department is, what your enrollment number is. All those things are there. And then you have the transaction logs also. Means how many books you have read with complete call numbers. So the complete log is there. You have a complete call numbers, list of call numbers, and then you have date of issue is also there. When the date of issue or date of return, or maybe the due date and date of return can be there. So the complete log is there. In a year, if just suppose you want to find out, or if somebody wants to ascertain how many books you have read, so at least the moment you count, it is not only the counting of the due dates, but you have the call numbers with you. At any point of time, you can ascertain, okay, I have read about 50 books, and the call numbers are this. And with the help of the call numbers, anybody can track it. Library staff can track it. These are the titles which you have read. So this was one advantage. Then second is this system cannot be misused. That means in earlier systems we have seen that was liable to be misused, but the system cannot be misused that frequently, because when you are standing with a membership card, come identity card, your identity will be the first part. First your identity will be ascertained, and then only if you are the proper member of the library, and you are the same person carrying that membership card, then only the document will be issued to you. Otherwise, the document will not be issued to you. Number two, these are not disintegrated, it is together. So verifying the identity and issuing the document is not an issue. Whereas in the Brown system, it was a big issue. But if you compare these two systems, the Brown system was very efficient. This is not as efficient as Brown system. This system is not as efficient as the Brown system. Why I'm saying is, the Brown system was capable of issuing 300 books in an hour, whereas this system doesn't match to that speed. Because what ultimately we are doing is we are embossing due date at three places. We are embossing due date, one on the library membership card, second on the due date slip, third on the book card. So when you are embossing at three places, and then manually you are writing the call numbers, and when you are writing the manually all the call numbers, definitely it will take time. So speed doesn't match. But one advantage is this is very, you can say, very meticulously done. And number two, the records are maintained. Both for the library also, they are able to maintain the record, and the user also maintains the record. So here record keeping is very good in this case in the Newark system. And even the library maintains the record and the user also maintains the record. So record keeping is good. System cannot be misused. And one important thing is you have the membership come identity card that is together. In the brown system, you were either having one, missing one, or you forget, bring one, forget the another one. So at least that is not the case in the Newark system. So this is the biggest advantage of the Newark system. Hope you have understood the advantage and disadvantage of both Brown system and Newark system. So with this, we have finished the two card system. We have seen that these are the two cards, and how these two cards are executed, which one is better, how it is better, what are the drawbacks of one system, and the drawbacks of one can be eliminated in the second one. Which one is better, you can decide, and you have advantages and disadvantages for both the systems. So we have finished the two card system here, and now we'll move on with some mechanical systems, and then we'll cover the other type of systems, how the photo charging was done, how the audio charging was done, and then we'll cover the barcode system of charging and discharging, and then we'll see how the RFID radio frequency identification system also operates. In the coming lectures, we will discuss other charging and discharging systems also. Thank you very much.